Hello guys and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about World War II. The leaders of World War II were Winston Churchill, Joseph Stalin, Charles de Gaulle, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Harry S. Truman, and Hideki Tojo of Japan. The Battle of Poland began on September 9th, 1939. Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union both invaded Poland together, and Poland capitulated soon after. The capitulation of Poland also led to a division of Poland between Nazi Germany and the U.S. The invasion of Norway and Denmark began on April 9th, 1940. Denmark capitulated on the same day, and Norway 2 months after. It was a short battle, resulting in a Nazi victory and not much Nazi casualties. The invasion of France was one of the most major invasions in World War II. The invasion of France consisted of Belgium, Luxembourg, and Netherlands, United Kingdom, and France, all fighting Nazi Germany. Nazi Germany quickly invaded the Benelux and pushed down into France, passing the Maginot Line and surrounding many French units. Paris capitulated, France fell, and the peace treaties had occupied France, and Vichy France was installed. The Battle of Britain was one of the largest aerial battles in World War II. The Battle of Britain was conducted by the Nazis in order to force Britain to surrender. The battle lasted from 1940 to 1941 in a British victory. At first, the Germans thought that they could win, but, well, they lost. The invasion of the Soviet Union began in 1941 and ended in 1945. The Nazis invaded the Soviet Union. By 1942, they were at the gates of Moscow. At Moscow, they were pushed back, and they tried a desperate attempt to cut off their oil supply coming off from Iran by attacking Stalingrad. They also failed. This operation was known as Fall Gelb, and it was conducted, and the siege of Leningrad began, and Stalingrad was fought for again. But the Soviets pushed back the Germans once again. By 1944, the Soviets were pushing back the Germans and were in Poland already. By time they entered mainland Germany, the Allies also had two, and many casualties were forced on in the Battle of Moscow, with 1.2 million Soviet casualties, and the Battle of Berlin resulted in a Soviet victory and the end of World War II. The D-Day was one of the most bloodiest battles in World War II. D-Day consisted of American troops fighting Nazi troops at Normandy Beach. The battle resulted in an American victory, but tons of losses. Items like snipers and grenades were used in clearing the bunkers that held MG-42s, deadly MG-42s, with Nazis wielding them, shooting down all Americans that they saw. The bunkers were cleared out, and more American soldiers arrived from Normandy Beach and flooded into Germany. France was starting to get liberated, and then they pushed into Benelux.